Welcome to an exclusive video interview with Home Bistro Inc., ticker symbol HBIS. The company provides high-quality, direct-to-consumer, ready-made meals. Zalmi Duchman, Chief Executive Officer, and celebrity chef Daina Falk, also author of the Hungry Fans Game Day Cookbook, is creating a line of home-delivered gourmet meals inspired by her passion for sports. The meals will be marketed exclusively at homebistro.com. Well, today we're speaking with both of these particular guests. Very special to have them on our program. Let's talk with both Zalmi and Daina right now. Zalmi and Daina, thanks so much for joining us today. Zalmi, I guess the first question is ready-made meal delivery. That's a huge industry, multi-billion dollar. It's growing. Home Bistro Inc. is right there in the middle of it. Why don't you give us an idea, people watching today, what sets you apart from the others in your space?
Of course, great question. So the direct-to-consumer meal delivery space has definitely been growing for quite some time, especially with the pandemic. That's definitely brought it to the forefront. What makes Home Bistro different than many of the other competitors out there is we're very, very focused on high-quality gourmet restaurant meals. You know, most of our competitors are very diet-focused. They're subscription focused, and we're for now focused on the dinner segment and really solving that problem, which we find most of our customers have on a daily basis. Is what's for dinner. So that focus is definitely something that makes us different. And also with the fact that we work with top chefs from around the country. We work with Kat Cora, who's very famous from the Food Network show Iron Chef, and we just brought on Daina and her Hungry Fan brand. So that differentiates us.
Absolutely, and there's videos of people getting the meals at home that you could see on YouTube. It's actually pretty exciting. It looks like the food is great. You have an awesome website as well, which really gives a lot of detail about what you're doing, obviously. So people can go over and check that out at homebistro.com. Now, Daina, celebrity chef, that's what we're calling you. You got a best-selling book out there, which is the Hungry Fans Game Day Cookbook. You have a great website, and you've done your share of media interviews as well. With what you've gone and done in this particular instance with the Hungry Fan side of things, why go over to Home Bistro? And you're doing it on an exclusive basis. What was so interesting about coming on board with them?
Well, I think first of all, I've long wanted to be able to make actual food products an offering that we at Hungry Fan could provide our community, because they're voracious for our recipes, which is fantastic and warms my heart. But I can't actually, or have not thus far, been able to send them actual food. And so this partnership with Home Bistro and with Zalmi is really exciting for me, because this gives me the opportunity to be able to do that. Beyond that, obviously, Zalmi's got a very stellar background in this space and the food delivery space. And certainly knowing that they launched with Kat Cora, who is the first ever female Iron Chef, was huge for me. I mean, I obviously watched her on Iron Chef, but to know that she was the first woman and that I would follow her was an enormous honor.
Well, you have the Hungry Fan meals are coming out shortly, right? They're going to be out. I believe the press release that came out February 23rd stated second quarter. Correct me if I'm wrong. As far as recipes go, meals, what do you have in mind, Daina? Can you kind of let the cat out of the bag a little bit and kind of tell us what might be forthcoming?
Well, I'm really excited. We're finalizing these recipes now. I think the idea, so that we're really, keeping with the theme of Home Bistro, is we're taking game day food and elevating it a little more than what you might find per se in a parking lot at a tailgate. It's in keeping with the high quality and high standards of Home Bistro, but it's going to give you the ooey gooey, cheesy, yummy, salty, meaty, tangy, acidic, all those flavors that you've come to love and textures that you've come to love from game day food. We're not leaving that out. That's the most important piece, and that is coming to your taste buds soon.
Now, talking about that, just a quick follow-up to that, to your comment. Is there anything different coming off the cookbook? Is there any different recipes coming off of that? I know, and anybody that might have access to that cookbook sees that there's recipes in there from super athletes, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and others. Is it just going to be based off the cookbook? I'm curious, or is it going to be different recipes as well, new ones?
Excellent question. We've taken some of the fan favorites from the cookbook, and we're putting them through sort of a new focus, new lens, giving them a little bit of a twist, a little bit of a dressing up. And we're also introducing some new recipes that you won't find in the cookbook. I think in this sort of like in the milieu of like game day food, you'll find a lot of common proteins like your briskets and your pulled porks. And we're not going to stray too far away from like the oldies and goodies, but we're going to give them a whole new feel, a whole new flavor, pun intended. And we're going to make them something new and exciting for you to eat when you open up your home bistro box.
Zalmi, as far as revenues go, company did $1.3 million in 2020. Any outlook that you'd like to go and share with us regarding revenues in 2021? You think there's going to be growth there in the company?
Yeah, I mean, listen, we definitely see growth coming. Obviously, as a publicly traded company, I can't get into specific numbers, but we did recently announce on a press release that we had record orders in December. Holiday time is really, really great time for our business, as well as the fact that the pandemic was making our product more a priority for people that couldn't leave their house. So we see that continuing into 2021. And of course, with our partnership with Kakura and Dana and some other celebrity chefs that we have in the pipeline, we definitely see some really nice growth for 2021 coming on the horizon.
Great. So good chance of a potential bump up in revenue on the company. We'll keep our eyes out for news. Obviously, those updates come out from the company. And as I alluded to earlier, the release that came out on Dana, dated February 23rd, you could actually find on our website, stockinvestordaily.com. Revenues, we're talking about that. We're talking about some of the meals that are actually coming out now too. Is there anything that you'd like to add? Dana, anything you'd like to add? Zalmi, anything you'd like to make sure that people know about regarding the company, the meals, the actual sector that you're in? Anything whatsoever?
Zalmi, I'll let you take that one first if you'd like.
Sure. Thank you. Yeah, for sure. I mean, listen, it's a very, very exciting HBIS meal delivery business that I sold. We were one of the largest in the space when I sold it in 2014. And although a lot of people told me to maybe find something new, I just could not get away from it. And I'm thrilled that I haven't, because it's a very exciting space. Of course, the pandemic is, hopefully behind us. It's looking like it is. And, there's a lot of businesses that suffered through it. And for us, we were able to continue through that. And we're excited about what the future is going to bring. And I could say that keep your ears open, because we have some really, really exciting things going on with celebrity chefs and adding to that. So we're thrilled to have Dana on board. We're thrilled to bring the sports aspect to your dinner table. I'm a big sports fan as well, so I can't wait to see what we put out there.
Dana, anything you want to add, Dana?
I mean, I think he put it really well. All I'll say is I'm just super excited to be included. And if anything, I would encourage people who order our home bistro meals as soon as they, hit the website to definitely follow along on social media. We're always at The Hungry Fan. And if you have ideas for new meals or things that you love that are like unique and special to your hometown as far as sports food goes, definitely shout us out. We're still working on some recipes right now. So if there's something that like you absolutely love on game day, let us know. Maybe it'll end up in your box, arriving at your home.
That's awesome. And, I have to point this out. I know you hear it all the time, Dana, but obviously your dad, super agent David Falk, the agent of Michael Jordan, probably one of the two biggest agents in the history of sports. I would say Lee Steinberg's right up there. Maybe even Scott Boras if you're taking a look at baseball and some things like that. Now, you have obviously access to the athletes, the passion for sports coming from the background you grew up with. Is there any particular recipe that's your favorite that either is in the cookbook or maybe might be coming out in the meal delivery service?
I would say I did collect 40 recipes from professional athletes and Olympians, and you'll find those in the cookbook. And I hate picking out one among any of them because I don't like to show favoritism, and also because it's sort of like recipes kind of become your children. So would you say like you like one child more than another? Probably not. But we are actually, we have a couple athletes involved at Hungry Fan. And one of the things that we've talked about for sort of looking at new recipes as we move forward in this partnership with Home Bistro is bringing in some of these athletes as part of this recipe curation for Home Bistro. So potentially in the works, but we're going to see how the first 10 go. And we hope not to disappoint you. We hope to actually overwhelm you with yumminess. So
that is awesome. And Zalmi, one last question for you. I'm just curious. You took the actual company you had, the Fresh Diet company, took it from a startup up to $30 million. Dana kind of alluded to it earlier as far as your background, your pedigree when it comes to this. Forbes also naming you one of the most promising CEOs under 35. As far as this particular company goes, and I don't know if you can compare it to Fresh Diet, but do you see more upside, in this particular company on the Home Bistro side?
Oh, definitely. So first of all, I'm not 35 anymore. I'm already 40. So that was a while ago. But yes, I mean, there's not even no question. So for us, we're shipping nationwide. The Fresh Diet was much more local based, although we did operate 5 facilities around the country. We covered about 33% of the country. Home Bistro ships nationwide. So there's obviously tremendous opportunity just in that fact that we cover the entire country. We also potentially see a way to get into brick and mortar. That's something we didn't do at my previous company. And obviously, once the world is back to normal, we feel that there could be potential growth from that. So I think that while I was very successful in my previous company, I look at that as training wheels. And I feel that now being a publicly traded company in the public markets, with the fact that we're nationwide, with all these opportunities, especially with the partnerships that we have, the sky is the limit.
Man, that's great. The company again is Home Bistro Inc., ticker symbol HBIS, and the website, take a look at them at homebistro.com. Our special guest today has been Zalmi Duchman, the CEO and chairman of the company, and also celebrity chef Dana Faulk, who is now exclusively working with the company. Thank you so very much for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
My special thanks to Zalmi and also Dana for joining us from Home Bistro Inc. Again, don't forget that ticker symbol HBIS. And if you like this video, don't forget, hit the like button for us. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, make sure you do so you don't miss out on any great interviews like we just had with Home Bistro Inc. I'm Dave Donlin for Stock Investor Daily.